evening.
Good evening. Hello.
How's everybody?
Good.
So
How
we
are
have a
you?
guest tonight. Oh, I'm alive.
Well,
We
that's
have a
good.
guest. We have a guest tonight.
Yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh, my name is Jill.
Hi,
Shut up! I am the long-lost sister of Sarah and Melissa.
This is true.
We have
Yes.
found each other.
We have.
We've been reunited.
Reunited and it feels so good!
Okay, well, so we have to do a little bit of a clear up.
Oh shit.
Last week, my lovely sister mentioned that she had a stepdaughter,
Fuck.
but she did not mention her significant other, where the stepdaughter came from. So, Sarah, would you like to introduce your significant other to our podcast?
I got in so much shit.
Mikey was like, she didn't say Walter.
You know what though? Okay, so let me explain.
Fucking tea.
I thought it was hilarious. Go ahead.
So we had done a run through the first time around, Melissa and I did give him a good shout out. Did I not,
She did.
Melissa?
She did.
Okay.
But she fucking forgot his ass the second time around.
So for some reason, I don't know why, but the second time around, I mentioned my stepdaughter, but not my lovely husband.
Yeah.
So this is my introducing of my husband, Walter. And let me just say, he is a fantastic man. He is great to me and my son. He is a great dad to his daughter. He does so much for us, and I just love him dearly.
Yeah, well, we'll keep him, I guess.
I guess we'll keep him around.
Now that he's been introduced to the podcast.
Yeah, I guess I have to now, huh? Make a big stink about it.
I thought it was funny as shit.
Oh, fuck you. You know what? He said he had to go back because it was funny because his Spotify kept restarting every time he turned on his phone. The podcast would start over and he would hear the beginning of the podcast where I didn't introduce him.
Just fucking rubbing it in.
He's like,
Mikey caught it right away. He comes upstairs right after he listened to it. He goes, so I'm Michael, huh? And I'm like, okay, Mikey. Sorry, Mikey. And then he's like, and Sarah didn't even say fuck all about Walter. I was like, yeah, I caught that too, actually.
I'm so sorry. I think it was just the first episode jitters sort of deal. I was just kind of running through it. And the first time around, I did mention him. This time around, not so much. So,
Squirrel!
Well, there you go. Walter's on the podcast.
All right. Well, I'm sorry, babe. I love you. Okay.
I don't think you do.
I do. I like him a little bit.
Just subconsciously, you're like, fuck this.
Just to clarify, my significant other currently don't have one, and I'm single and ready to mingle.
All right.
Buzz.
All right.
What ear?
Got buzz and what ear?
No.
Anybody who wants to know Jill, just contact us and we can.
Hey, we could set you up with maybe a listener.
They gotta no, you gotta have a job. Okay,
Let's
can't
set
do
some
that
standards.
again.
Let's
Jesus.
set some standards.
Please. Gosh, that was a mess the last time.
All right. So, what are you telling me about today?
All right. So today is my story. I am doing a story on Mark Twitchell, who is better known as
Dun dun dun.
the Dexter killer.
The Dexter?
Yes, the Dexter killer.
Oh, Jill doesn't know. Okay, cool.
No,
No.
I told her she couldn't tell me anything. It has to be fresh for both of us.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm getting real reactions here.
Yeah. We're in.
Okay, so we got our wine. Our candle is lit.
I have my cranberry ginger ale because I'm driving later.
Okay.
Boring.
Well, let's get into her. All right. So Mark Andrew Twitchell was born July 4th, 1979 in Edmonton, Alberta.
Dog, he was Canadian?
Yes.
Hell
No
yeah.
fucking way.
Yes, he was Canadian. Yeah.
Holy crap.
His parents' names and careers remain anonymous, and to be honest, I don't blame them.
Mm-mm.
Shit.
It is said that he came from a well-adjusted family, which kind of threw me at first because usually with like any sort of killers that you hear about, most of the time it's like abuse or
Like a rocky
drugs,
start. Yeah,
alcohol, like that kind of stuff. But no, his family was well-adjusted, apparently.
Just an all-around psychopath then.
Yeah, he was just
It makes you wonder if maybe it was like genetic. Like it might have missed his parents. But it
you
could have
never
hit
know.
him.
Yeah,
Might
because
be.
you never know, right? Like it could have ran in his family further back. You never know, right? But I couldn't find much. And trust me, I searched. I really did search, but you just could not find anything about, his childhood or family or anything like that. So, like, I couldn't find anything if he was bullied in high school or what high
Wow.
school was like for him, anything like that. From his
That might be
younger
the
years.
whole Canadian of it too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyways, let's fast forward to college. He graduated from the radio and television arts program at the Northern Alberta Institute of Technology. Now, I will be calling it NATE for
Okay.
short term, okay? So in future reference, just when I say NATE or whatever, that's what that is, okay?
Okay.
Said he graduated in 2000. Some sources did say that he graduated in 99, but it's neither here or there.
Ugh.
His peers remember him as a loner.
Yep,
However,
they usually are.
right? However, he did maintain a core group of friends. One of them named Drew Kenworthy. According to Drew, Mark was a good guy. He just wasn't trustworthy.
Yeah.
It was said that while doing like joint projects, Mark often failed to do his part. So rather than owning up to it, he would make up stories or an excuse.
Wow.
So like he lied unnecessarily all the time. Later on, like in a self-created document, I think it's a documentary called as a profile of the psychopath. Mark would later call himself a pathological liar. So
yeah, that checks.
Right. So while attending NATE, he dated a woman named Tracy Higgins, and she later ended the relationship after discovering Mark repeatedly lied to her. And later during Mark's trial, she told the court, at some point, I didn't really believe or trust anything he was saying.
Oh God.
Yeah. So,
I've had a relationship like that.
I have been there too.
Yeah.
And
That's
I have
fucking
definitely
tough.
felt the same way. Like
it just gets to the point where you're just like, what is real and what's not? Like,
yeah,
they're talking to you, but is it valid?
Yeah. Like you don't believe anything these people say.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, and I've been there. Trust me. My last was a whole shit show, and he was a pathological liar.
Oh
yeah, I have ex friends like that too. That I
yeah. I think we all know someone who just bullshits.
That's
right?
when like gaslighting comes in.
Oh yeah,
real quick.
Oh yeah. So so it said from 99 to about 2008, Mark lived in the US of A.
The US of A.
The US of A. I was like, US of A? US of A?
Yes.
The United States
the
of
US
America.
of A?
Oh yeah, I am so Canadian. Jesus Christ. Shut up, bitches.
Step one, assert dominance.
Okay. US of A.
Yes. All right. Moving on. Mark's first wife, her name was Megan Castorella.
Someone married this fucker?
I know.
Yeah.
What?
So she was from Illinois.
Red flag.
Instantly. So apparently the couple married January 4th of 2001, but the relationship ended in 2005. Little is publicly known about Megan. Apparently, some sources say that even her last name, Castorella, might not even be that.
Good.
They like hid her,
I don't know, actually.
like her information from the public.
I'm not too sure. I think you know what? I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
One source said that they think that her actual last name was Castorel, like Casterel, instead of Castorella.
Yeah.
But that's still unsure, right?
But that's good on her part. That if she did change
Right?
the name, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Mark's second wife was
Again?
Yeah,
There's a two?
yeah, there's a whole second wife. And she bred with him too.
Oh, no!
We don't even know what he did
How
yet.
the
Just
fuck? Wow.
whoa there. Mark's second wife
Ruh-roh.
was Jess Twitchell. It said that they met through a dating site in the fall of 2005. You want to guess what the dating site was, Mel?
Plenty of fish.
Oh, right on the money, honey. They met on Plenty of Fish.
Can
You
please get a
find
lotto
the
card?
weirdest fucking people on Plenty of Fish.
I'm telling
Trust
you.
me.
There are some creatures.
Oh,
on Plenty of
Creatures?
creatures. on
Jill,
Fish.
Jill, do you know what Plenty of Fish is?
I've heard of it, but I've never personally been
Oh,
on.
Oh, that's so
sweetheart,
cool.
don't ever go on that site.
Yeah, you don't want to.
I think.
If you have standards.
I mean, no.
If you have any standards. You say you have some prerequisites? Don't go on POF.
Fucking Jesus Christ. POF?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, there's an
Plenty of
acronym.
fish.
Jesus.
I call it Plenty of Freaks.
Yeah, there's that too.
Okay, I mean, define freak.
Not in a
There's
good
like,
way.
there's like the good, and
No.
then there's like the stay the
You
fuck
don't-
away from me.
you
Yeah,
don't
stay
want
the fuck away
ladder.
from me type freaks.
It's the
Okay.
latter. You don't want these.
All right.
Sorry for all
Noted.
the people that know Plenty of Fish or who have been on
I don't
it.
give
but,
a fuck.
I mean,
Fuck that shit.
Facts are facts.
You're literally saying, like, if you met your significant other on POF, red flag. Who is it? You or them?
They'd be flying. They'd be flying. All right. Well, let's continue. So Jess and Mark were married in January of 2007. Jess ended up giving birth to their daughter, Chloe, 1 year later.
Aw, what a nice name.
That is a nice name, actually. I think it's very pretty. The marriage is said to have broken down by the fall of 2008. They ended up sleeping in separate bedrooms and going
Whoa,
to
whoa. What's wrong with sleeping in separate beds? Do you know how loud Mikey snores sometimes?
Okay,
I
but
had
you
to
don't
make
have marital
Dog,
problems.
Hold
That's-
on. Yeah, okay. I agree with Melissa here, man. Like, my parents sleep in separate bedrooms because my dad is a fucking ogre when he snores.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
you could
But
be in your
that's a
room.
little bit different though. Like if they're sleeping in separate bedrooms because of the snoring, it's one thing. But if you're
Yeah.
having marital problems
Yeah.
and you're sleeping in separate bedrooms,
Makes sense. Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
little
Yeah.
bit different. Like they were going to whole marriage counseling. Like it was a
Yeah.
whole thing.
Well, just set the record straight. I don't sleep in a separate bedroom all the time.
I was
Just
gonna
once
say,
in a
that's usually
while.
when you guys like have COVID or like
Yeah. Or like he's snoring too loud and I just
Yeah.
get up at 1 a.m.
But you guys
Okay.
you guys aren't like going to marriage counseling.
No. We're perfect.
Yeah, you guys have a great relationship. So like
Great marriage.
that's not the issue, right? Like
Yeah.
I mean, there's clearly an issue if you're going to marriage counseling.
mhm.
Yeah. Huge. Well,
And after like a year, 2 years, they married in 2007 and they were in marriage counseling a year later after their daughter was born.
Holy moly.
So like
yeah.
where this is going. Anyways, at Mark's trial, Jess testified on the days he was committing his crimes. A note on the family kitchen calendar stated that he was seeing his psychiatrist.
red flag.
Oh yeah. But in her mind, right? Like she's thinking, okay, like he's doing this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I
Right.
mean,
So like she
being
was
a
okay with it.
psychiatrist isn't a bad thing. Like,
No,
No.
oh,
no. But like in her mind, she's like, okay, like he's really committing. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's committing to our
oh,
marriage.
poor her.
I know, like
that's so sad.
it is really sad. So Mark took up a string of sales jobs. First, a paper company, later selling alarms and security systems. It was this time he decided to make a fan film on Star Wars. So, just a little bit of backstory on that. So, Mark was always really into anything to do with like Hollywood. Like he wanted to produce his own movies and
I
like
love it.
This is getting like Mark. Wow,
yeah.
this is getting creepy.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
I love it though. You know what?
Real
It's
movies.
good. It's good for somebody to have passion though for something.
Oh
For
yeah.
something, of course.
Oh yeah, but like here's the problem. You'll see in a second. He kind of it gets a little bit too far.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I figured that.
So okay,
mean-
so since he lacked formal training, he brought in production crews trying to learn on sets. His first film was Star Wars: Secrets of the Rebellion. It was largely filmed on green screen sets at his alma, Nate. So in the summer of 2006, for the actors, he used local actors.
Okay.
During all of this time, though, he became so obsessed with Dexter. So
Who
he really
didn't?
saw a lot of similarities between him and the fictional character.
Yeah.
So, such as Dexter seeming quite normal to others, but in his mind, he was an outsider, and he thought himself as the same as him, right? Having dark thoughts
So, like,
and
the reason why I say this is like red flag when you start to say like he's into, you know, movies and being on set and all that kind of stuff, and that's like his passion, is because now I'm starting to think, is he getting his material, like his how he's going to commit acts from these types of movies,
bitch.
like a copy.
Don't give it away, you dirty
I haven't heard this shit before, bro. I swear to God, that's like my train of thought. Like this,
Yeah.
that's why that's scary to me, because if like this is what his passion is this where, you know, shit starts to get dark?
It does. It definitely does. So, let's get to that point then. Mark ended up renting a garage to make a short film, enlisted as the House of Cards. And of course, his wife obviously didn't support this.
No.
You know, she was all against it, thinking, you know, like you need to stick to your job where we know that you have like a good income coming
Yeah,
in.
security.
We need security. This is just like a fantasy. Like, what the
It
fuck?
should be his like side. You know,
Exactly.
passion.
But she was more worried about like, we don't have the money for this.
Yeah.
You need to stick to like supporting us, like
Well, I mean,
your wife and your daughter.
right?
So Mark ended up quitting his job.
No,
But here's the problem. He
There's
quit his
another
job
problem?
to continue his movie career, but didn't tell his wife.
Oh, fuck that. You
Yeah.
think he's Dexter? I would have went after him. Jesus Christ. You come home, pepper spray to the balls.
Yeah, she
Like,
she didn't know. She didn't know. She had no idea. He ended up trying to raise over $1 million.
oh my God.
Oh my God.
And he ended up so he had a friend in the movie industry, and he was raising this money for his films and to support himself, right? So his one friend in the movie industry ended up giving him $30,000.
Holy shit balls.
Wow.
Several other investors gave him a combined amount of $100,000,
Oh my God.
Cool.
which is what he lived off of to make, you know, the illusion to his wife that
That
he
he's
and
still
he
working.
still made it seem like he was going to work every day.
Yeah. See, that's dirty.
Committed lying.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah,
He
he was
was-
a pathological liar,
Holy
right? And he
shit.
played it off good, like with the sales background,
Oh,
and you know the
Whoa!
whole.
Whoa! whoa,
He was
dude,
convincing.
I can't lie because I start to sweat and then I feel bad. I'm like, even if it's the cookie in the cookie jar type situation where like I take the last one and someone's like, oh, where is it? Like I knew it was here. I'd feel bad that I ate it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
I'm not a
can't
good
lie.
liar
No.
myself. Like
My right eye starts twitching. I look like I'm gonna crack under pressure. Fucking sweat coming down my fucking armpits.
Oh my
Like
God.
put me in a room, I will. Oh,
That's so funny. Okay. So Mark ended up filming his movie The House of Cards, which was inspired by Dexter.
Wow.
So it featured a killer luring men into a garage and murdering them. Dun dun dun.
Wow. That's wow. Okay. Go ahead.
Yes.
plot twist: they're actually murdered on the show.
Oh shit.
Okay, so let's start with victim number 1 here.
Number
Mark had made an account on the dating site Plenty of Fish.
POF.
POF.
Yes.
Plenty of freaks.
Plenty of freaks. He was impersonating a young, attractive woman. And roughly 1 week after he finished the House of Cards film, Mark made it a point to find a man he figured he could overpower. So a
Wow.
person that was obviously like not tall, not into like not too muscular.
You know what the scary thing about this is?
Huh?
Is there's a lot of people out there like this.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's really scary.
Yeah, it's freaky. I know.
Like you just never know.
Oh, I know. So he ended up choosing a man, and I don't want to butcher his name, but Gilles
Giles.
Shut up. Spelled Gilles.
Oh my god. I've been
Gillis?
watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, so like don't come for me.
That might be Giles.
It might be Giles or Gillis or Giles. I think I'm gonna call it's spelled Gilles, so I'm gonna call him Gillis.
Go for
Somebody
it.
will correct you.
I'm
Trust
sure they will.
Tetron.
And Tetrout, Tetreaut,
That's Tetro.
Tetro. I'm
Dog.
so sorry if I butchered his name, but
don't-
that's how I'm gonna pronounce it. So, who later he was known as the one who got away. Thank God. His
for him.
book is called The One Who Got Away. He wrote about his personal
No
near-death
fucking
experience.
way!
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yep. So Gillis wrote, he recalled talking to who he thought was a woman named Sheena. He said that the woman he thought he was talking to asked him on a date, and he said he was asked to meet in a garage in a backyard
Oh no.
because it was the easiest way to get to her suite. So despite saying that some red flags went up for him, Gillis said that he wanted to meet new people and decided to go anyway.
Oh, poor guy.
Jesus.
So just as a little side note here, apparently Mark was flirting like pretty hard acting as Sheena. So like she was like promising sex and like, you know, promising whatever it was to try to get him there. Right. So like he's
Yeah.
If the guy was like, I want a goldfish, you'd be like, yeah, baby, I got you. a
I
goldfish."
got you. Yeah.
the guy-
it was.
The guy
You
probably
got
thought he
plenty
hit
of
the fucking
fish for a
jackpot.
reason.
Yes.
Hey? The
But
guy probably thought he hit the jackpot.
For sure. Because apparently like she was really pretty. He obviously just stole pictures.
Yeah,
Like
catfishing.
yeah, he was
that's
a
so
catfish for
scary.
sure. So like he was pretending whatever, right? So on October 8th, 2008, Gillis recalled as soon as he walked in, he was attacked by a person about 6 foot tall and wearing a black and gold hockey mask.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, Gillis was
You know-
tasered.
You know what? I think I've heard of this before. I
Have
think
you?
I did. Yeah, I think I did listen to a thing on this one time.
Yeah.
Because I remember the black and gold.
Yeah. That was a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They used that
With
to
the
convict
mask,
her.
I would have fucking froze.
Dude, could you imagine thinking
No.
you're going to hook up with some chick and you walk into a garage thinking that that's the easiest way to get into this chick's room to bang her,
Wow.
and fucking some dude
wouldn't
is there,
go
like a
to a
huge
garage.
dude. He was over 6 feet tall
That's
with
horrifying.
a black and gold hockey mask
Ugh,
standing
that's
there.
horrifying.
I would
Dude.
shit a whole brick. A whole
Oh,
brick.
absolutely. My butthole is just fucking
Clenched.
absolutely. Nothing is going in or out right now. Jesus.
Okay, let's continue.
This is why we have Jill on.
So Gillis was tasered and he was brought to the ground.
Wow, poor
Um,
guy.
Mark then tore a piece of tape, I'm imagining it was duct tape, and covered Gillis' eyes, and Gillis could hear all sorts of different sounds and shit going on around him. So, like, in his mind, he starts racing and he's like, what's going on? What's he gonna do? He starts freaking out,
So
right?
he's determined that this is a man at this point.
He knew it.
Yeah.
He knew it, right? So, at that point, Gillis decided he wasn't waiting to find out what was going to happen, right?
Mhm.
And he was
I
like,
mean, why
I
the
can't
fuck
do
would you?
this.
I'd be out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, me too.
Fuck, I'd
So-
burst a hole
well, you
through
know
the
what?
wall.
If you think someone's going to kill you,
Yeah.
then I'm not going to just sit there and wait for something to
No.
happen to me. I would
That
fucking act. If
fucking-
you're going to die
Dude.
anyway,
I would have shat my pants.
Yeah.
That fecal matter would have been thrown across the. God, you would have been freaking about my
freak! You gonna get pink eye, bitch!
Oh my god.
bent over at the waist, spraying new version of a skunk. I swear to God.
It's so hot, Joe.
I mean, who wants to stick around for that shit? No one.
No,
Literally.
You know what? Like, if I figured, like, if I were in that position and you're thinking, you know what? If I'm gonna die anyway, I might
Yeah.
as well go down fighting.
Hell yeah.
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I went camping with a girlfriend, and she was like, "What do you mean you'd fight back?" And I'm like, "What the
Absolutely.
fuck do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I would fucking make it hurt."
oh yeah.
I went
Yeah.
because like it was just her and I, right? And we were on a campground, but you know we didn't have anyone else with us, and some guys had noticed that we were by ourselves.
Mm.
And I quite literally went to bed with bug spray, like aerosol bug spray, and a lighter beside me, as well as a flashlight that weighed like 10 pounds. And she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
That will knock
"If
someone out.
fucking Jesus Christ, you put it in your hand, you're like, yeah, I could do some fucking damage."
Damage.
Yeah.
You know what?
Absolutely.
The other
Yo,
thing, you don't
See,
have
that's
to-
girl. That's how a girl thinks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know?
And
Defend yourself.
I
Have something.
already knew if I didn't have anything with me, my 40 ounce, is it a 40 ounce or 60 ounce hydro flask? If that was filled with water, you'd fucking knock a bitch out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Protect yourself. at
Go
all
down
costs.
fighting
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely. I would do the same thing. I would not wait. Like if I were ever in a situation where just my eyes were duct tape, like if someone put tape over my
Oh.
eyes or whatever, I would not just sit there and fucking wait for someone.
No, hold on a second. This guy wasn't tied down at all?
Apparently not.
Wow.
So what he had done was he
This is-
tasered him first, right? And he brought
Yeah.
him down to the ground. And then he duct taped just over his eyes so that he couldn't see. I couldn't
Wow.
see, I didn't read much about like if he had tried to tie him down or nothing like that, but I think that Mark at the time figured that he was subdued enough already because of the
Yeah,
tasering,
And
right?
Right,
like, remember, this is also victim one. Like,
Yeah.
he's still
He
learning.
doesn't know.
No, he's learning.
Yeah, he hasn't perfected his craft yet, right?
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
anyways, so Gillis ended up figuring, like, you know what? I can't do this. I got to fight back, right?
Mhm.
And that's exactly what he did. So he stood
Good
up.
for,
What's that?
good for him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So he ended up standing up. He ripped the tape off of his eyes. Mark apparently tried to pull a gun on
No
him.
fucking way.
And right away there was a struggle. Gillis grabbed the end of the gun and said that he could feel that it wasn't like a metal, right?
Where's Sheena?
Where is she?
My dick is ready.
Oh my god!
I don't think it is right now.
No, he's slick as shit. He's definitely not hard.
It gets whatever gets you off at this point, dude.
Jesus Christ.
Holy
At that
crap.
point, I'd be ready to just go home and jerk off. I'd rub one out.
Oh my God. I'd go home and rock back and forth in the corner of my room.
I know, like cry a little.
Hello? 911? Yeah, not okay.
Mm-mm. So here's the thing. So Gillis ended up feeling, because obviously when Mark pulled the gun on him, he grabbed the gun and he felt that it wasn't metal. So he knew right away
Oh.
it was a plastic gun. It was fake,
Oh.
right?
Real.
Yeah. So the struggle continued. Gillis was able to escape. Now, there was two different sources that I had. Some say that the struggle ended up continuing outside of the garage. So apparently, Gillis ended up running out of the garage, and which was like in a back alley, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And there was a couple that was walking down the alley, and they were struggling just outside the garage while this couple was walking by with their dog.
Walks in an alley.
I don't know, but apparently this couple did.
Downtown Toronto, you do. When I lived downtown,
When
I
did-
walked
Actually,
the
now that you're
subway.
bringing it up,
Right?
yeah, I did that like 2 weekends ago.
Quite a bit, actually.
But,
You'd
like,
be surprised.
But downtown Toronto, there's people.
Mhm.
Like it's
No, that's not true. When
Yeah,
I
it's
lived
not true.
downtown, I would walk through the alley to get from the subway to home.
Yeah.
And I lived at Main and Danforth
Let me
downtown,
see
I'm
and
talking Adelaide type shit.
Oh no, let me explain something. Walter and I had gone to the Drake this past summer. Okay.
Okay.
There's a nightclub on the main floor of the hotel. Plus
Yeah.
bars all around it. We went down one of the side streets and there were alleys everywhere that we walked down that were completely
Oh
Empty.
my God.
yeah,
so yeah. So it does, there is that, you know what I mean? Like it can happen, right?
And you know what's funny? I just thought about. Dad's gonna listen to this. Dad, I did not walk down alleyways.
Just to clarify.
I'm gonna get in shit for that later. This was 15 years ago. No.
Yeah, let's just, it's okay, Dad. It's okay.
I'm still alive.
We're
She's
here.
still here. So anyways, so they were, fighting in the alley, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this couple was walking by. Now, Mark kept trying to, because obviously they're staring. So Mark kind of tried to like persuade them, oh, we're just play fighting. We're just messing around.
Wow.
Like, okay, he's just
Men-
really
grown-
drunk.
Grown ass men.
Yeah. And he's
Play
like,
fighting.
yeah. And he's,
Biggest ick I've ever heard.
well, that's what he said. Well, what is he going to say? Right? He's going to try to make it somewhat believable, right? Like he just got caught. He just
Oh
got
my
seen trying to
God.
fucking
So
take
far,
over this guy.
victim number one is horrific. Like this
Oh.
is not going well.
No, well, like poor guy. Like what else are you going to do?
Yeah.
So like, and then the other guy, Gillis, he's like, no, this is not messing around. Like help me.
He's trying to
I
fucking
need
kill me.
help. And the couple didn't know what the fuck to do.
If you don't know what to do, you call 911 anyways.
Yeah, so they didn't know what to do. So they ended up saying fuck it and walked away.
Oh my God.
Yeah, they didn't do shit.
Okay.
You're kidding.
That's
I'm sorry, but if I saw something like that and I'm walking down an alley and there's a guy with a black and gold fucking mask fighting with somebody else, and the one guy that's being like
If you-
subdued, and he's saying help
Dude,
me,
holy
and you
shit.
walk away, are you kidding me?
If someone-
I would be like, I don't fucking
What
think
the
so.
fuck? Okay, hold on. Out in the wild. All right, out in the wild, you're walking down the street, you see a situation going down, and it's like something's not cool, and one person says don't call 911, and the other one says call 911.
You
What do
call
do?
fucking 911.
Yeah,
You always call 911.
I wouldn't be walking away.
No
way.
way.
No, you're already in the situation.
Yeah.
You're not leaving, because
Yeah.
then that's a whole legal thing. But
yeah.
yeah, call fucking 911.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
110%. I would never leave somebody that's saying help me.
Never.
The other person's trying to play it off like,
Was it
oh, we're
ever
just
said-
messing around,
was-
but I'm wearing a mask like a fucking psycho.
That's crazy.
Quite literally, he's wearing a mask.
I know, like the guy looks crazy as shit, and he's like, we're just fucking around. I swear.
Was it ever? Did they ever find those people?
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so after the struggle, the couple walks away. The struggle continues. Gillis, thank God, ended up getting away.
Good.
Okay, he
Good.
ran to his car. He fucking drove the fuck out of there. Here's the problem, okay? The couple obviously never reported anything. They never called the police.
Fuck.
They didn't say shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Gillis didn't report the attack to the police.
What?
Yeah.
Melissa, we're on the same page.
Yeah, he didn't attack because he was embarrassed.
Okay, but here's the thing, okay?
Oh, I mean, oh.
Right away, they're gonna be like, if it was me, I'd be like, this motherfucker is about to do this to somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
I would report that instantly. I would
drive right to the police station, embarrassed or not. Like,
instantly. But apparently he was too embarrassed.
wow.
And the
'Cause,
other
like-
couple didn't report anything. So
What year was this?
What's that?
2007?
I believe this was 2000. It was 2008.
Wow.
Yeah. So it said that he didn't report it out of embarrassment, but each day that passed, he continued to convince himself that the attack wasn't as serious as he thought. So like he just every day he was like, it wasn't that bad. Like, maybe he was just
Could've
trying to
been
rob
worse.
me
I mean,
or, like
Jesus.
whatever. But the fact that he
like, you
fucking
tried
tased
to.
him and
Yeah.
put a fake gun on him and wore a whole mask, like that's serious enough for me.
Yeah.
It's serious enough for me. I
Oh,
would have
for
been
sure.
like, absolutely
Yeah.
not. You're going down, bitch.
Jail. Straight to fucking jail.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what? Well, they would have at least done something to maybe, hopefully, scare him enough. Like they would have obviously went into the garage and talked to him, and maybe scare him enough to not,
Maybe.
go any further with any other victims, right? But because nothing happened,
okay. Canada, all right. You set off a taser. You have to answer
yeah,
why
it's
you
serious.
set it off. Like you
Yeah.
Or
can't.
why you have
all
it.
those
You're not
things.
supposed to have that
Exactly.
No, they're illegal. Like
Yeah,
that's
very.
insane. He
Yeah.
would have at least had some type of legal struggle there.
Oh yeah. Okay, so let's get to
like having a weapon. I mean, even impersonating a weapon. Like if you were to pull a finger gun in your shirt, and it's happened
yeah,
where someone's walked into a bank and was joking around saying, "Give me your money,"
yeah.
with like a finger gun underneath.
Yeah,
you know,
you're getting arrested.
They'll call
That's
911.
enough. That's
Yeah,
enough.
You're done.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh yeah, what he did was inexcusable. I wish that it didn't happen that way, but I wish Gillis would have.
Said
Giles
something.
Gillis. Sorry, I'm trying not
Buffy
to
the Vampire
butcher
Slayer,
your name
man.
right now, but like if he had said something, maybe
would've-
things would be different.
Yeah.
You just never know. That's why if anything ever were to come
But,
my
like-
way, or I were to witness something like that, I would definitely report it right away.
Remember that this man, this Dexter killer in quotations, if you will, that's his first victim. We already know that he's acted out
Yeah,
and he'll do it again.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
He's already broken that boundary,
yeah.
right?
Well, he's having the fantasies, right? He already made a movie with that plot,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
right?
Yeah.
So like that was almost like a practice run
Oh,
in
no.
his mind,
Holy
right?
fuck
So he
balls.
thought with the first victim it would be easy because he's already kind of acted it out in his film,
Wow.
Crazy.
but it didn't go the way he planned. Anyways, so after Gillis had escaped, Mark waited for a phone call or at least a knock on the door from police. But when that didn't come along, Mark wasted no time in finding his next victim. 1 week later, the masked man would find his next target. And his name was Johnny Altinger. Altinger. I'm going to just butcher these names, I swear. It's Altinger. Altinger. Grr. So let's kind of talk about Johnny for a second here.
Hold on. Just go back for 1 second. I looked up how to pronounce Gillis.
Okay.
It's giving me Gilia.
I think he's French.
Yeah. It's
Now
giving
you
me,
fucking say you
yeah,
think
but it's
French.
it's a Gaelic word.
Gaelic?
Okay.
So
Gaelic isn't
it's
French.
saying Gila.
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 I knew it was Twitchell.
Yeah. Okay. Either way, go ahead.
Okay, well, I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Buffy
We're
all the
Canadian.
Buffy all the way.
Wow.
Okay, so let's give a little bit of background on Johnny. Johnny was born April 28th, 1970 at Royal Alexander Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up.
Oh
Shut up, you young bitch. All right.
I know, for real.
He ain't that old, I swear. Johnny grew up in Edmonton and White Rock, BC. He was known to be a quiet man. He moved to Edmonton in the late 1990s, and he also went to Nate.
Okay.
I think that's just a weird coincidence because I don't think Mark and Johnny actually knew each other.
No.
I don't think they knew each other.
Crazy.
There was no. I did search that because I thought that was kind of funny that he also went to the same school that Mark went to.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit! Like, did he possibly know him? No, I don't think he did. I think that's just a funny coincidence. So he took a job in quality control at Argus Machines, an oil field equipment manufacturer in, I'm going to just butcher all this shit, Nisky, Nisky, which is just south of Edmonton. So I'm thinking Nisky. He was an unmarried man who loved motorcycles and technologies / computers. He apparently was huge into computers. Apparently back in the 90s when the top model came out, I can't even remember the name of it, but apparently he was like right up there to get it, like one of the first.
Wow.
Big with all of that stuff. He just was so fascinated with computers. All of his family and friends had said like that was his true passion. Like he was just, he thought big things were coming and he would have a part in it, right?
You're saying he was, so that scares me.
Tense. Yes, unfortunately.
No.
Johnny studied clinical hypnotherapy, telepathy, and astral travel.
That's awesome.
So like out of body experiences and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which
Love it.
I think it's pretty cool.
That's a fucking vibe.
Yeah, it really is because like, man, I've heard of people having even our mother.
Yeah.
Our mother at a younger age. I remember our
12 years
mother
old.
telling us how
don't say anything. We're going to use that on a different episode.
Oh damn. All right.
Yeah. We'll talk about that on a later episode.
Okay, well, I think it's a cool thing. I love that kind of shit.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Haunts me to this day.
Yeah, me too.
Go ahead.
So Johnny had an older brother, Gary, who was, I think, 7 years older than him. And apparently Gary would tell his mother that he wanted a baby Johnny at a young age.
Oh.
So and his mother's name was Elfriedy, Elfriedy, Elfriedy.
Yep, sounds about right.
Okay. So when Elfriedy got pregnant and found out she was having a boy, that's exactly what she did. She named him Johnny.
Aww.
Which I think is very sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on to the date in question. October 10th, 2008. Johnny Altinger vanished after answering a similar ad on Plenty of Fish.
Aww.
Concern turned into alarm for John's friends and family when 3 days after he vanished, they received an unusual email from his account. They knew that this was highly out of character, so they reported him missing to the police. John's friends were also able to hand over the directions forwarded from John from them before his date.
Oh man, so he tried.
Smart man!
Dude, he tried.
Smart fucking man.
Dude, you must think I'm fucking crazy. And I send it off to like that side too. Anytime I go anywhere, like it might be meeting up with someone new, like in public, like I'm not going to homes or anything. always send where you are going.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know what's funny?
10%.
I hate to say this, but obviously not the same situation, thank God. But I remember, what was it, Mel? Like about a month ago, a couple weeks ago at least. Our parents are in the States right now, and they went to go pick something up.
Yeah.
From like Facebook Marketplace in the States, right?
In Florida, in
Pick
a
something up
sketchy
in
neighborhood.
Florida. And I just remember Dad calling me, and he's like, write this down.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I wrote down everything he said, which was an address.
Yeah.
And he's like, if I don't call you back or talk to you in 30 minutes,
Call the
he's like, you
police.
need to find help.
Okay.
So what they were doing was they were going to meet somebody off of Marketplace for, I can't remember what it was.
The fireplace.
That's right. That's exactly right. It was for the fireplace. And they thought it was kind of sketchy.
Oh,
Well,
dude.
I did that with you too that one time, Sarah. Remember when you were going to help that lady? And I
Yeah.
was like, give me the fucking address.
Yeah,
Like,
that's right. When I was going to my new client,
Yeah.
I was doing personal care.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit
Holy
unnerved about it
fuck.
because the building that I was going to was so sketchy.
and I was like, send me the fucking
Yeah,
location.
so she's like, send me the address. It's so
Even,
smart to
like,
do that.
Absolutely. And it's not just addresses too. Like yesterday, one of my I got home and there was a car on the drive that I didn't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And I was like,
and she
what
sent me the
fuck?
license plate number.
Dude, I got out. I was like, yo, this color, like the car color is blue. This is the license
she
plate
did.
number. And I was like, I know everyone who lives here. Like, I don't know whose car
Yeah.
this is. Go
Yeah.
downstairs, and my one of the roommates did have a man over. Didn't end up meeting him, but I did it just in case something was
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm so happy you did that. Because
That's what girls have to do.
Yeah.
Because you know what? If he didn't do that, Mark Twitchell would have had other victims. 110%.
He only got through 2.
Yeah.
Just wait.
Ah!
Joey! You will see. But yeah, thank God he did that. And I was like, as soon as I read that he had sent the address that he was going to his date to his friends, I was like, fucking smart man. Thank God.
Yeah.
he did
Good for
that.
him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
So those directions led police directly to that garage, which turned
Wow.
out to be rented to an aspiring filmmaker named Mark Twitchell.
Aspiring filmmaker, my assholes.
Fuck Mark.
You have plural?
Wait. Yeah, you said assholes more than one. Do we need to discuss this, Jill?
I think I know there's one. However, dude, those shits, those fucking protein shits be real. Holy crap. I remember working at a gym and like just that, you know, you would have to clean, and I opened up the stall. It was ladies' bathroom. I have never seen godforsaken shit that big in my fucking life. I looked at it and I went, good for you. You nasty bitch.
Love that.
I do not have multiple. No.
That's fantastic.
However,
the one you do have.
the one I do have, I appreciate.
Does you well. All right, let's continue. So police did question Mark, of course, and searched the garage. Mark was able to ease the policeman's mind when he explained that he had just shot a film with fake blood.
Test the blood, bitches.
Well, hold on. And the cleaning supplies were to clean up the mess.
Mm-hmm.
Upon interrogating Mark further.
This is so bad.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is what kind of shocked, because at first, when I watched the interrogation and what the detectives had to say, okay, they said at first he kind of used his like salesman pitch and charm on them, right? And he was able to like put their minds at ease. And at first, they really didn't think it was him. Okay.
The more you
Wow.
have a conversation with someone, the more you pick up.
But here's where Mark fucked himself over. Okay.
Fuck you, Mark.
So the car that Johnny ended up driving in, okay.
Okay.
Mark ended up saying that he did meet up. He knew Johnny, and that he ended up meeting him,
Okay.
and that the car that Johnny had, Johnny offered to sell to Mark for $40 fucking dollars.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
because
Melissa's
Johnny,
like, bullshit.
yeah, because Johnny ended up meeting some woman, and they were gonna elope and run away together. So he didn't need his possessions anymore.
$40 for a car.
And that he's like, you know what? I'm gonna sell it to you for $40. And Mark was like, fucking sold, and he took the car.
$40.
So that was where the detectives were like, the red
Fishy.
flags be flying.
Yeah.
They be flying.
Those assholes I smell.
So yeah, obviously that set off alarm bells. So when they did a more in-depth search of the garage, they ended up using luminol, of course.
Yep.
They uncovered blood splatter, which Mark, of course, told the investigators that it came from the House of Cards film.
Yeah, but luminol only goes on to biological matter.
Right,
So,
but that's what he tried to chalk it up to, right?
Yeah,
With the
fuck
film.
off.
And it was
Fuck
from
off,
the
Mark.
execution scene.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
I love you.
So when the investigators asked one of the actors from the film how much fake blood spatter there was from the scene, he responded, none.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so investigators fucking knew right away, right? Testing the blood samples later revealed excessive amounts of human blood.
Yeah.
Police believed Mark's garage resembled a scene right out of the Dexter episode because here's the thing. The way that Mark had it all set up, he had okay, you know in the show Dexter, how in his kill rooms, he sets it all up with the clear plastic.
Yeah.
He lines the room with plastic everywhere. He has his table. That's how Mark set it up.
Wow.
Okay, right from a fucking Dexter scene. Oh yeah.
That's horrifying.
Oh yeah.
Dude.
The table had blood spatter. There were
like if there's
the windows.
Blood spatter, like how did they ever find the body?
I was just about to ask that. Where's the body?
Well,
yeah, like
just wait.
Was it fucking mold?
Okay, hold on a second. I'll get to that. So cleaning supplies were all laid out. The cops knew right away. They were like, yeah. Okay, this is all starting to add up. They found the blood spatter.
Hold for 1 second, okay? Dexter always cleaned up before he dumped the body.
Right, but he didn't.
Okay, well, this guy's a fucking idiot.
So they found blood because he wasn't expecting the police to come that fast.
Oh.
And he didn't have blood spatter on
more than 3 days?
Well, hold on a second. He didn't have he cleaned up the plastic and shit. But the table that he had Johnny on was still there.
Wow.
And they found blood all over that table. And it later obviously identified that it was Johnny's. Okay.
That's so sad.
That is sad.
Johnny's blood was found in the trunk of Mark's family car.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's not
and
cool.
Obviously the discovery of Johnny's blood in the trunk led to Mark's arrest, which was on Halloween Day, 2008.
No shit, eh?
Yep, fucking Halloween.
Good for them.
So, hold on, I'm turning some pages here.
That was aggressive.
Oh, excuse me. So police believe that Johnny was hit over the head with a pipe shortly upon entering the darkened garage. Now, some sources did say, okay, that they believed that Mark was setting up the kill room and that Johnny showed up early.
No way.
Yes.
Oh.
Johnny showed up early.
Wow.
And
DTF.
Yeah, because
Epic.
Johnny
DTF.
Yeah. Right?
Gotta get that dunks. The
He was ready.
He was apparently ready.
Could you imagine if you had someone come over and they were so ready, they already had a condom on, walking through the door?
No. I'd be like, you need to leave, sir.
No helicopter dancing here.
Stop it.
Dude.
Let me just get that spermicide for you, dear.
Jesus
Ew.
Christ. Continue! Continue!
Okay. So yes, it was said that apparently Johnny had showed up, I think it was like about half an hour early. Now at that time,
Half an hour's a big
Mark,
amount.
it was. Well, he was eager, right? And like,
Yeah.
if you're anything like me, I'm the worst for that shit. I always, Dad, I'm sorry, but Dad always instilled that to me.
Us,
Was,
me too.
if you're not early, you're late.
Dad always said to me, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late.
Exactly. Thank you,
Like,
Dad.
My mom's that way. And my aunt's like, well, the queen is never late.
Yeah.
So I show up when I want.
Yeah. Well, no, like even with work, I'm always early.
Yeah.
Me too.
I can't help it, man. It was just instilled to me. That's just,
Yeah.
I would rather be early than late.
Yeah.
I'm never late for work. I never have been late for work. I'm
Neither have I.
Knock on wood.
Neither have I. Yeah.
Yeah.
We both do the same thing.
Forehead.
We just knocked on our foreheads.
Yep. Nope.
But yeah, so that's probably the way he was too. He was punctual.
Yeah.
Which kind of threw Mark off.
But at the same time, good for him because then Mark got caught.
Well, yeah. Well, the thing is apparently from what I had read was that Johnny was early and Mark was still setting up the garage as a kill room. So he had the garage door open.
Oh.
It was like half open, right? Like it wasn't fully all the way open, but it was like half open. And when Johnny showed up, he saw the door open. So he walked in.
You don't investigate before you go in?
I know. Well, that's just it. He was like thinking, like, what the hell?
I look at everything.
Well,
Yeah.
so do I. I'm very
Wherever I
observant.
am.
It's kind of fucked up though, because like when I interact with people, I like take
Me
a
too.
note of like their clothes.
Everything.
I do. When I interact with new people, I'll always be like, what color hair do they
look at
have?
me?
Yeah.
What
You know what I
color
look
eyes
at
do they have?
too? I look at shoes.
Stop rubbing your nipples.
You hear what I said?
What'd you say, Mel?
God damn it. I said I look at their shoelaces.
Do you?
Yeah, I always see what color shoelaces they're wearing. I don't know why. It's weird.
Oh.
But I always look
Okay.
at people's shoes. Like,
I don't take note of that, but like I will take note of like their rough like height, their color, hair, eyes, and like
always
a rough
look at hair. Like,
Yeah.
are you clean?
yeah.
What's going on?
Their clothes. I will take note like okay,
fingernails.
hoodie, sweatpants, whatever, right?
Yeah.
I will always do that when I interact with somebody just for a mental note in case for whatever
Yeah.
should happen in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just because I watch so many fucking true crime documentaries that is just like instilled in my
No.
brain.
You know what I do? And I don't mean to do it, is when I'm driving, I look at the license plates around me.
We do. Me
Yeah.
and Walter have a game.
Yeah.
We do. Me and Walter play a game. Hey, Melissa,
Yep.
every time we are driving, me and him keep score because we'll look at all the license plates around us, and if something like spells anything out or if it's custom, we take points.
Yeah.
So we always do that. But yeah, that's one thing that we do too.
Yep.
So
True.
okay, let's continue. So the police believe that Johnny was hit over the head with a pipe shortly upon entering the darkened garage. And of course, I think that's because Mark was caught off guard. Johnny intruded on him setting up. So he just kind of grabbed the closest thing
Whatever
to
it
him and
was,
fucking hit him over
yeah.
the head, right?
Yep.
And then they believe that he was stabbed to death afterwards.
Wow. Poor guy.
Yeah, poor guy indeed. So investigators ended up finding a knife in Mark's car with blood
Oh, fuck.
on both
What
the sheet
Idiot.
and the actual knife.
This is like Jodi Arias leaving the fucking camera in the
Right?
Dude, when you talked about that, I was like, there's no way.
Yeah. Fucking
There's
stupid
no-
bitch!
In the washing machine!
Yeah, that's so dumb.
Puts the camera
I know.
in the washing machine!
Yeah, that was pretty stupid of her, but this is
Yeah.
the same thing. This is the same thing. He
You
left
know what?
the bloody fucking murder weapon in the back of his family car.
Dude,
Yeah.
you know, my dad likes to watch the news and keep up to date with all that kind of stuff, right? And he's like, they even say, you know, whoever they is, it's like police officers, investigators, that kind of stuff. No matter who you are, you always end up leaving something.
Yeah.
Unless
It's
you're
not
the
always
fucking
clean.
Zodiac.
It's not always clean, right? There's always going to be something left
Yeah.
behind.
Yep. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Well, with technology today,
Oh, for sure. I mean, and you know what? My mom talked about it. She's like, you know, we're talking about Christmas presents, whatever. And my mom was like, well, why don't we get dad one of those Ring cameras? And I'm like,
They're great.
yeah. And I'm
She
like,
has one.
thinking about it. And every single person on my street has a Ring camera.
Yeah.
You were to come down my street and do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There would be a fucking minute by minute footage of where
Me
you
too.
started and where you ended.
Yep. Mine too.
Well, Melissa's caught some interesting moments for Halloween on her Ring camera.
Yeah, I've got some good stuff.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that was a night we'll talk about later. Anyway,
You know what? I have cameras all over my house.
He
I've
really
caught
does,
some
though.
very interesting
really
things
wish-
everywhere.
okay, Mel, I really wished that your little studio, your little makeup room,
Mhm.
the camera in there, I recorded.
Why? Because when you fucking dropped 50
So let me
freaking
tell you a
alcohol
little
bottles.
story. I don't know if I told you about this shit yet, okay? So I had stayed the night at my sister's.
Okay.
Jill's been here. She knows what my salon looks
Yeah,
like.
the
Yeah,
salon.
yeah.
Okay. And you know, there's the spare bedroom right next to it, right?
Yeah.
Evan had slept in the salon on an air mattress.
Okay.
Okay. So Melissa had to go to work.
Okay.
And me being the good sister that I was.
That I
And I fucking told her, Jill,
She did.
don't
She
clean
told
up
me, she's like,
anything.
don't fucking touch anything. I'll clean it up when I get home. And I was like, nah, fuck that. I'll be the good sister here.
You know what? She told me to leave that stuff when I stayed at her house. I still cleaned it up.
Right?
I
Oh,
did.
So you know what I did was I took the cap off the air mattress and I started deflating it.
Okay.
Right? No. I'm lying. I'm so lying. I went to go pick up the air mattress. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, beside Melissa's closet, there is a shelf that
Yeah,
goes up to
yeah.
the ceiling, and there's bottles
Yeah.
of liquor up there. Okay.
There's
So
about
moving the
fucking
air
15
mattress,
bottles of liquor.
hit the bottles, and they all came a fucking flying down at me.
Busted up my drawers.
Bro, I broke one of the drawers, and all you could hear was me screaming and bottles. Like, I thought I was done for. Like, you should have seen it. It was a whole scene.
She abandoned post after
I
about
did. At
15
first, I was like
seconds.
putting my hands up, like, ah! And then I just let it. I was like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go. This is it.
This is it. I have given up. We're not even started, and I'm done.
And I called Melissa, and I was like, did your camera record? And she's like, no, why? And I'm like, for fuck's sake.
Not the one in the salon.
It would have been epic, bro.
Oh
my
If you
God.
just saw me in that salon with those bottles flying down at me
Shut
at
the-
fucking Mach speed, you would have died. That
Hey,
would have
Sarah.
been a video to remember. What, Mel?
That's why I told you, don't fucking touch anything. What did we learn?
Sorry.
Listen to your sister.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing that again. So, anyways, so
Back to the
anyways,
subject at hand.
let's continue with this story here. The search of the car that Mark had. So remember, this is his family vehicle, right? That his daughter and his wife drive in. Also led for the police to discover a laptop,
A lot.
which they confiscated and later found a deleted file on Mark's laptop called SK Confessions.
SK?
SK.
SK.
I'm guessing serial killer.
Serial killer.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
This
way.
is what I'm saying. He was planning on fucking
Confessions.
Dextering it out.
My God.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I'm happy that fucking Johnny was smart enough to send a location where he was going, and when he
Good
went
for
missing,
him.
because he was planning on fucking being a serial killer,
That's insane.
right?
Yeah, that's
Um.
no bueno.
Oh yeah. So despite Mark telling the police that the document was a screenplay, investigators would come to find out it was a detailed account of his crimes.
Wow.
So from the hockey mask to the lead pipe to the Dexter prepped garage, the police noticed that line by line, the details in SK Confessions were aligning directly with the evidence.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
man.
This guy
Everything-
sold himself out.
Yep, everything that they found at the crime scene. So apparently one passage had spoke of the killer trying to burn remains in a barrel.
Holy-
And of course, the police found this burned barrel inside Mark's garage.
Oh my god!
What a fucking dick.
What
And he
a
just
dick.
confessed everything right on this fucking file.
What an idiot.
He deleted it. Oh, that's it. It's gone, right? Wipe your hands of
That's
it.
not
Nope.
the Google
Nope.
works.
They fucking, that's not how the Google works,
No.
ladies and gentlemen. So, one piece of the puzzle that had the police stumped was the fact that SK Confessions spoke of a victim that got away. So what they did was they held a press conference and brought the black and gold mask on the press conference on TV and showed the mask.
Could you imagine?
No.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
apparently
God.
Gillis saw this mask, and that's what prompted him to finally come forward.
Could you imagine if you were this man?
That
seeing
would be
that mask?
traumatizing. I would need therapy.
Oh,
I'm not
for
even
sure.
joking. Knowing that
Poor
you got
guy.
away from that, and
Oh,
then now all of
yeah.
a sudden they're talking
There's,
about
like-
him killing people, and you got away.
There's people like there's chicks that have used Tinder, and there's this one where she comes on and it was a friend, and the friend's like, yeah, like one of my girlfriends was asked to go on a hike with this man.
Ugh.
She said no, and then all of a sudden they ended up seeing this man on the news because he ended up taking a girl for a hike and killed her
Oh, that's the same thing with
Jesus.
like Ted Bundy.
like a week later.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy. There was a woman. This guy's mom. He talks about it. I won't go further into it because I think we're going to do Ted Bundy later on.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But there is a woman, her son talks about it, that she went on a date with this man. She just had a fucking really off feeling about him.
Yeah.
And she ended up ditching the fucking date.
Yeah.
Later found out, seeing on the news, that he came up as a fucking huge murderer.
That's insane.
And it was him.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
That's insane.
That is terrifying. Could you
Dude.
imagine that feeling? Like, absolutely not, man. That is
Well, I won't go into detail, but you know my ex who
Yeah.
abused me, and then after my whole court case was over, found out that he raped a young girl.
Yeah.
Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up.
Yeah.
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 Oh, Mel, I'm so sorry.
And
Yeah.
after all that fucking all my court shit that with him, the police came to me the day after my court case was over with and asked me for a statement to talk about how abusive he was.
Yeah.
I was like, where were you guys when I was fucking spending $5,000 on a lawyer?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up.
Yeah. So go ahead.
Okay, let's continue. So in June of 2010, as Mark Twitchell prepared to take the stand at his trial and argue that he accidentally killed Johnny in self-defense.
Oh, get fucked.
Right?
That was immediate.
Obviously, they offered him a deal of some sort.
Canadians.
He finally disclosed the location of Johnny's body.
Well, that's good.
Was it in the barrel?
No. So what Mark had done was he gave police a handwritten directions on a Google map printout.
A Google map printout.
And
That's
what it was-
2008 for you.
Yep. Oh yeah, back then, right?
I was 8.
Yeah. We were 19 and 20. So
Yeah. Oh, God.
you were a baby still.
Help. Oh, what the fuck? All right. Anyways, the directions led police to a manhole where Mark had dumped Johnny's remains. Unfortunately, Johnny's body was found in trash bags, dismembered.
Oh, fuck no.
So he really fucking Dexter.
Oh,
him.
yeah, he
so
fucking-
he dismembered him, put him in a trash bag, and put him in a manhole.
That's insane.
That's horrible. Poor guy.
To go through that, like the bone cutting.
Yeah,
Dude, that's fucked up.
that's
Yeah.
on a whole other fucking level, dude.
That is. You have crossed a fucking. You
I have a hard time taking the leg off of a chicken. Could you imagine cutting a fucking leg apart?
I could not. Mel, you're better than me. I will not be touching
I'd
a
probably
raw whole
piss, shit, and
chicken.
puke at the same time. I wouldn't be able. I don't know, man. I could watch that shit on TV. Like
Yeah.
I can
Do
watch
it
that like
yourself?
without a blink of an eye, right?
Yeah.
But like if it's in front of me, like I can handle blood. But like
It's
to
different.
dismember a body.
Yeah, no.
That's somebody's baby, man.
Dude.
That's somebody. That's a whole human
is,
being.
That is someone's baby. That's someone's, that's someone's child at the end of the
I
day.
just
Yeah.
that's horrible, man. The poor family.
Yeah.
Moving on April 12th, 2011, the jury returned the guilty verdict late in the afternoon, about 5 hours after being sequestered for deliberations.
Mm-hmm.
He showed no reactions as the verdict was read, although a gasp was heard from the courtroom. Johnny's mother, Alfredi. She began to cry. She said in her victim impact statement that she can't allow herself to think about the pain and horror her son endured.
Oh, poor
She wrote
lady.
that she doesn't wish the death penalty on him.
There's no death penalty in Canada, so.
No, exactly. But that she wanted him to reflect on what he had done and die a slow death every day of his life.
Good for her.
Yeah. And that
somebody killed my son, trust me, I would fucking want them to suffer hard.
Dude,
bro, if that was my son, I would be going to jail myself. I would
Yeah.
shoot him. I would kill him.
Oh, fuck,
I would do whatever. I would attack him in jail. There's no way you could hold me back.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what that would be like.
No.
Fucking God rest his soul, but like Jesus Christ, that poor family.
Yeah, that's
because he's the one who's not here to like, feel the pain from it. The family is all the one that's grieving and feeling it. You know what I mean? The poor family.
Yeah.
Right? So Mark has been sentenced to life in prison with no chance to apply for parole for 25 years.
That's the Canadian system for you.
Yeah.
But just like, here's the thing. So if you look at Bernardo, okay, they said no parole, no chance of parole until 25 years, right? Yeah. So he can apply for parole as many times as he wants. It does not, he will never get out.
No.
Same with this guy. He'll never get out.
No. Yeah.
Because it's a violent crime the way it was. He'll never get out.
Well, it was disgusting. And they had enough evidence to see that he was in the making of becoming a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like he would have moved further if he didn't fucking
sure.
thank God for Johnny sending out. This is why I can't say it enough. Thank God he sent out where he was going.
Yeah.
Right? Because if he didn't.
And you know what, motherfucker? If you actually were, with the times, you would have an iPhone.
Yeah.
And I would have sent you my location. You would be able
the way I choked.
But remember
your iPhones.
I would be able. You would have active live sharing.
Yes, and guys, but you have to remember something. This is 2008. The first iPhone came out in 2008. They didn't have that.
Ha, bitch. Ow, that's my nipple.
I'm sorry.
Okay, but no, Jill's right. Jillian's right, because now, Sarah, I can see, like, when Aiden was on the move and started to drive, I could literally watch him driving up the street.
Yeah,
I could do that with Evan. Exactly where he is at all times.
No,
before Evan had an iPhone, I had an app on my phone.
Means that you have to fucking get the
I
iPhone.
will not go to the dark side.
The dark.
I am an Android lover.
This is the easiest thing. My 87-year-old grandmother uses an iPhone. By herself.
So much better.
All you want.
I'm not judging you.
Okay.
Oh, I am.
This bitch. Fuck you, Mel.
You're not as cool as the rest of us.
Come to the dark side.
What are you recording on right now, by the way? An Apple product.
Oh! Fucking preach my fucking song, Mel. Oh my
Sorry,
God.
Sarah. What did you record on your last episode? Oh, right, an iPhone. Okay.
Suck it.
Go ahead. Go ahead with your story.
If I had a dick, it'd be in your mouth. Anyways.
Ew, I'm your sister, you freak.
It'd be in Jillian's mouth then. Sorry, Dad.
No!
Okay, go on with your story.
Okay, so last but not least, Jillian's dying over here.
Gary,
so
forgive me.
Apparently he's still alive, and he is serving his sentence at Saskatchewan Federal Penitentiary.
I mean, fuck, being in Saskatchewan is punishment.
Saskatoon.
And that's the rest of my story, guys.
Yeah. Well, I hope he fucking rots.
I do too.
So
and
do
I
I.
would like to say I am sincerely sorry to Johnny's family. I hope they find some sort of peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Johnny. And
Yeah,
thank
rest
God
in
for
peace, Johnny.
Giles Gillies. I'm so sorry if I'm
Gillies.
butchering your name, but thank God he got away. That's at least one life that fought. And I'm sure that Johnny would have fought as well.
Might not been struck.
But I think he was caught off guard. They were
Yeah.
both caught off guard, and shit went down.
Yeah.
Whereas Gillis had more of an advantage. He, Mark wasn't as prepared as he thought he was. Right? He thought that the taser would have kept him down.
Thank all that's mysterious that he wasn't that smart.
Yeah. Yeah. So, unfortunately, one life was lost. But thanks to his actions in sending the address to family and friends, others were saved, I think. And I truly believe that. I truly believe that he would have continued murdering others.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So
Probably.
So yeah, that concludes my story. I think that our next story, Melissa, will be yours.
Yup.
What are we planning on doing?
Something creepy.
Something
creepy. Oh, thank you for that.
I'm not giving it away. You're gonna have to wait until next week to find out what it is.
Okay, I don't want you to give it away, but like, are we doing a murder story? What kind of?
Nope.
Oh, well, bitch.
We're not talking murder next week.
Okay, I'm good with that.
We are talking something creepy.
All right. Well, I'm good with that.
Yep.
I like creepy. I like creepy.
I love creepy.
All right.
I am creepy.
Yes, we both are.
So, anyways, let's tell our listeners that we have a YouTube page.
We do.
It's Necromancy Podcast.
Yeah.
And it's on YouTube.
I think we're going to be joining on all platforms.
Yeah, because right now we're available on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. I'm still waiting for Amazon Music to message me back, but I haven't got a message back from them yet. But that's okay. They usually take the longest anyway.
Yeah.
So we're on a few platforms so far.
We're getting there slowly but surely.
Yep. And yeah, it's fun.
Hell yeah. So this will be going on to YouTube as well. So please tune in.
Eventually,
yes.
In the next few days.
Yes. As it is Christmas. So with that being said, I hope that everybody has an amazing Christmas and a happy
Merry Christmas, everybody.
I hope the new year brings you all kinds of greatness and joy and wealth and everything that you can think of.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you, Jill, for coming on with us.
Thank you for having me. I've had quite the time.
Yes, thank you for coming. It was great having you with us. That was awesome.
Always a good time with you, darling.
Oh, I always have a good time with you.
Oh, yeah, you know we love you.
I know.
But, okay, well, thank you, everybody, for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening.
Okay, bye.
Bye.